What's going on, everyone? My name is Seth, and today I wanted to make a real quick video about the Peavey models in the Axe-Fx 3. As of firmware 28.3, all the Peavey models have been subtly remastered, much like the Friedman amp models a few firmwares ago, but this time around it seems like opinions are a bit more split, at least on the Fractal forum, regarding whether the amp sounded better before or after the firmware update. So I thought it'd be interesting to try to do a little before and after comparison just to see how I personally feel about the sounds and also kind of share that experience with you guys so you can form your own opinions. To do this comparison, I went ahead and recorded some sound examples through the previous firmware. So for me, that was firmware 28.2, and I also captured DIs at the same time. What I then did was updated my Axe-Fx to firmware 28.4, which at the time of filming is the most recent firmware update available, and I reamped those same exact sound clips through the new firmware so that way we can get a true one-to-one comparison between the two. I apologize in advance if this video gets a little bit repetitive just due to the nature of the type of video this is, and I should probably also mention now that this is going to be focused almost exclusively on higher gain tones, just because honestly that's pretty much all I use the Peavey models for, and I'm sure that's what most people are using them for anyway. So without further ado, let's get started with the comparison. Alright, so now that I've had some time to go back and listen to those sound clips myself, if I had to try to briefly summarize what I'm hearing, I would say that I feel like the new firmware sounds a bit more raw, and there's just a touch more sizzle to the amp models than there was in the previous firmware, which by comparison sounds a bit smoother to me. Now, I don't really have a strong preference one way or the other, if I'm being completely honest, because I liked both versions of these amp models, but if I had to pick, I would probably say that I'm leaning more towards the more raw sound of the new firmware, but again, that's just my own personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think about the way the amp sounded in the comments down below, whether you prefer the old firmware or the new firmware, or you don't really hear a difference at all. Either way, all thoughts and opinions in that comment section down below. I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this video though, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and apologies again if this one was a little bit repetitive. If you did end up enjoying it, don't forget to hit the like button since that does really help me out a lot. And if you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out if you haven't already done so. Until next time, take care everybody, and hopefully I'll be back with some more videos soon.